Ah. Finally, a late dinner. Did we decide not to tweak the mimic? Oh, yeah, we just take, I just had to take my, seal off, my secondary weapon slot. They're smart enough to then use both hands. If you know what I mean. If this chicken is dry, I swear to God. No, not really. A little bit. When I took it out the first time, it was at 140. You know, you gotta get that up around 165, 170 for whole chicken. So I just put it back in for like 7 minutes. And, evidently. Could have been 5. I think one of M's most endearing qualities is her ability to just automatically assume that whenever she is ready to be picked up from work, so like the whole evening, I've been under the impression of picking her up at 11 o'clock. So I'm gonna eat, play for another 20 minutes, go pick her up. I pick up my phone. What does it say? Pick me up 10:30. I've been training her to say please as well, but she's swinging a miss on that one. Yogurt, I don't know if it's like a Filipina thing. I think it might be, because her friends are kind of like this too with their friggin' significant others. Almost everything is spoken in demands. There's no like formulating questions or anything like that with like even a connotation of like is it possible that that could happen? It's just like a Siggy, nah. Pick me up 10:30 now. I'm sorry, do you have me confused with an Uber driver? You're not... You're not paying me to show up on command. Oh, it's not the directness, it's just the it's the lack of just asking politely, like formulating the question politely with like a please at the end or something. And like the reality is, in her mind, she's asking politely. Oh, true, Lucia's pretty Americanized, that's true. I gotta Canadianize M, clearly. One of the worst parts about the language barrier thing is stuff like that, because she might not intentionally be, you know, being an asshole, but my brain will go there first. Because if anyone else spoke to me like that, I'd be like, huh? You want to try that again? Fox, what are the words coming out of your mouth? Bitch dumpster? What? What? Ah, RE4. I see. Oh, it was Bub's bedtime, eh? Yeah. We eventually got across the bridge shooting it with arrows. Which was a good pro tip, because I was going to use the rainbow stones begrudgingly. Sorry this was such a fucking odd stream, guys. Jesus. What a random day this has been. I do, theoretically, plan on streaming when I get back from picking up M from work. For at least another couple hours. But just a broken up meme today. What's for dinner? Well, I'm cooking, which means it's really only one of like 3 things. I roasted everything or baked it. So, roasted bell pepper and onion on one tray, roasted spiced baby potato on another tray, and then some heavily seasoned with whatever the fuck I found in my drawer chicken breast. Gochujang? No, I don't have any gochujang at the moment. I don't go through it fast enough, and it's got too much salt in it. I do have kimchi, though. I do eat kimchi a fair amount. Yeah, when I'm at home, I cook for speed and health. Really, I don't. Unless it's a specific occasion, it's rare for me to actually like do something real fancy. Is kimchi spicy? Well, not really. I guess like technically in a sense. But it's fermented. It is a bit spicy. There are different versions of kimchi. Some of it can be sweet. Or sweeter than others. Others can be spicier. Depending on who's making it. Well, pickling and fermenting are not the same thing. So it's kind of hard to say pickled cabbage, because it's not really pickled cabbage. Sounds delicious, Meogs. So did you just take your chilies, get them on the barbecue, skin on, flame them up, peel them, blend them. I've eaten nothing but rice for 2 weeks down bat. Bro, you are not just living off rice right now, bro. Delicious, Meogs! Sounds amazing. So everyone in your household is okay with cilantro? It doesn't turn it into soap? For medical purposes. Oh, do you have some terrible ulcerous issues right now or something? Who knows about— yeah, it's true, she doesn't have a choice. Oh, you made it too spicy, okay. Meogs, were your parents the type that when you were younger you didn't have a choice, you just had to eat whatever they put in front of you? Or were they the parents that like, were like, oh, we should just let him experiment? Have what he likes. You poor as fuck. Oh, so you just ate just whatever you got your hands on, kind of a situation. You weren't. You were not allowed to be picky for more than one reason. Yeah. So what version of were you like the you know, the bologna sandwich situation, or were you the rice with every meal but rice was actually the main part of the meal, or were you the only lettuce in the house was iceberg? If there was ever lettuce. Cheese and mustard sandwiches? Fuck yeah, bro. Lots of spaghetti, iceberg lettuce for sure. Yeah, we were definitely not poor. Dad had a good job, but it was a single earner situation. And I ate like a horse growing up, so we were definitely not poor, but we weren't eating lavishly, and so there was, I was just, you know, Mom would put something in front of me and she'd say, eat it. There was no choice. Shitty quality ground beef cooked to death. Yeah. Lots of my friends were in that, like, very similar sounding to you, Miogs, growing up. Like, when I'd go over to their house, like, all of this is stuff that I ate when I would go hang out with my friends. Tons of, like, a real popular one was, like, I'm pretty sure there was a couple of summers where Brian and I lived almost exclusively off of cheese crackers and apple slices. I want to say there were a significant number of days in which that was essentially what we were living off of. Or like, at Travis's place, whenever his dad came back, there were, you know, like, money would move through the house, but it was always like they throw a party, it was just junk food central, bro. Holy shit. And you could tell it was junk food central there a lot, because Diz, when he ordered pizza, he would eat an entire large pizza to himself. But that was made easier by the fact that he'd order the pizza, but he'd take all the toppings off and only eat the bread and sauce. Wouldn't eat any toppings, just ordered the pizza, pulled all the toppings off, just ate the friggin' bread and sauce. I also ate a lot of, we definitely the white household, because the amount of craft dinner consumed. Woo! Oh, you know what's crazy though? Craft dinner has gotten too expensive for its own good. They made the boxes smaller, the macaroni smaller, the cheese is different, and they raised the price. You used to be able to get, like, fucking a box of craft dinner that would feed, like, 2 of us when we were kids, 1 box, and it would cost, like, 40 cents or some shit, like some, like, fucking minuscule, like, amount of money. And now, like, craft dinner's bougie? Like, when the fuck did craft dinner get bougie? Or in the States, it's mac and cheese. Say it's almost the same thing. It's not quite the same. This has been tested with science, but very similar. Yeah, Mom would make a mac and cheese for dinner as a separate thing, but like if it was just like a lunchtime thing, like after school or something, she would just put a box of craft dinner on for that. Craft dinner and hot dogs. The fucking combo. Craft dinner and hot dogs, and then yeah, her mac and cheese usually had went along with ham. No, she didn't do that. It was more the casserole mac and cheese that was more on the white cheese side than cheddar. And the top was predominantly shredded white that was then like baked. Once everything was cooked, it was baked to a brown situation. And then she also, in her mac and cheese, she had strained diced canned tomato in there, so it wasn't like all the liquid was in there, just the diced tomato part. So you were getting the cheese and the mac, and then you'd get the acid from the diced tomato, and then a little bit extra salt from the ham. It's pretty good. peas and tuna? I've had versions of mac and cheese and stuff like that, similar to that. Yeah. Yeah, we never did. It was more closer to a bechamel sauce than like the, you know, buy 3 or 4 different types of cheeses, blend them all together, melt them all down, and do the rest of it. Yeah, the tuna noodle casserole. Mmm! 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Tastes like mercury. Oh, real mac and cheese is expensive, and honestly, it is good, but I would just as soon just fucking mac and cheese in a pot, honest, and just eat it right out of the pot. Mac and cheese in the pot and fucking eat the shit right out the pot. Oh, tuna update. Well, I sent some pictures out here, the other day. One sec, Mark. Yeah, so tuna, sorry, I got, like, I'm getting fucking blown up. Mom texted me, Em texted me, my aunt texted me. Yeah, so tuna's good. She's, leveled out a bit of a healthier weight, because she was getting chonky there for a while because she was still getting, like, fed from too many different places. But she's back down to what I would say is, like, a really healthy, good weight. I'm gonna keep my eyes on her to make sure that she's not gonna get thinner. If she starts to get too thin, then I'll just start upping however much I'm giving her for snacks. So I don't have wet food for her anymore. I just have a little container that's like a crunchy outside and like a soft kind of a, you know, center deal closer to just a snack. And so I only have to put like 5 or 6 in the dish. Put her out and she's a happy camper. But she's good. She still follows me everywhere. If I'm out walking around and she sees me, she'll often follow me from my house to my parents' place. And then if I walk back, she'll follow me back. I put a piece of twine together that I had down here from my twine ball, and was playing with her a bit the other day out front. So she's doing well. She's doing well. Okay, what do we got here? Great. Okay, I'm gonna go pick up Em. I'll be back. This has been a very hectic stream. Mark is gonna have a hell of a time trying to highlight this later. God bless you. I do plan on continuing for a time when I return. If that changes en route on the way home, what I'll do is I'll try and text into chat to let you know that you can all go to fuck to sleep or find something else to do. But I will hang out here. Is the ambient noise in this fucking area of the game bad? Should I alt-tab fucking music or some shit? Like, we don't have a crow or some nonsense. Right? We good? I'll take that as a maybe. Great. I'll be back.